This is Mr. Mums, the parenting podcast that's as real as the mess in your living room, but way more fun.
Hosted by us,
Demi Duncan
and Bluu Backstory, the proud inventors of the Mr. Formula Feeding Safety Thermos.
We're here to share unfiltered life updates, parenting stories and advice.
Plus, the chaos that comes with juggling 7 children between us while running a business.
So grab a coffee or whatever keeps you going and join us for a laugh.
Because let's face it, we're all just figuring it out.
We're back. I don't know if this episode is going to go live before our first Mr. Mums life update, or if this will go live first. But either way, we are for the first time recording remotely together.
So this is how it's going to be.
So if you're listening to this and Melinda's microphone audio is higher and mine's lower, or you can't hear me or whatever, just because we're technically challenged.
Yes. And
technically, what's it called? Technically, IT challenged.
Technologically disadvantaged. Right now I'm looking at my screen. I'm like, I think I want to unblur my background, but I'll just deal with that another day.
Yes, that's for whatever.
That's for a later date.
So we currently have announced we have a new business called Bluu.
Yes.
What we haven't announced is what it is.
And
what we
want to announce what it is.
Because Melinda gets so secretive about this shit. I'm ready to just announce everything and take everyone along for the ride, and she's not.
I'm not.
And it's just.
Yes, not yet.
You're very secretive about so much in business.
Yes.
Whereas I'm like, let's tell everyone.
I know. But I think we just need to get closer. But anyway, first talk about.
You want to be closer so people can purchase, whereas I don't want to take people along the ride to purchase. I just want to take people along in the moment stuff.
Oh,
because we're not promising the world.
No, totally. But I wouldn't mind being closer once we're past signed off on the sampling stage at the very least.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a discussion. We first need to actually get to what we're even talking about and how it happened. So,
yes.
So where should I start? Should I start from literally the colours, or do I start from where?
The start was the colours. So yeah, start there.
Okay, so it was grand final day. I was at a girlfriend's house and she brought out this bottle of champagne or some form of drink. Anyway, it had this blue and yellow colouring on it. And
can you send me a screenshot? I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I will. Anyway, and then I was to her, oh no, I didn't say it to anyone. I was just thinking to myself, I'm I'd love to start a business with those two colours one day.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And also keep in mind, Mr. So black and white and
black and white.
A little bit of beige, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And then literally the next day I posted this question to our stories and about
People are going to go into full detective mode, man.
I know. I posted a question to the stories and it was about an issue that I was having with my children, and the DMs blew up. Did they or did they not? Absolutely.
I actually couldn't even log in because if one of us posts a DM, one of us posts a story and it blows up, the inbox blows up, it's up to that person to deal with the inbox.
It's this unwritten rule. Sometimes if someone's nice, they'll go in and be I'll throw her a bone and I'll just
yeah.
If you
But usually if someone's blown up the inbox, it's up to that person to then go and deal with the inbox.
Yeah, that's it. But anyway, so the DMs absolutely blew up and instantly that says, gap in the market, or, parents are struggling with this. A large amount of parents are struggling. But Demi was none the wiser about this at any stage. So then I started sort of researching. I was looking up solutions to fix this problem for my kids. Some people in the DMs had suggested a couple of things. I'd tried them anyway and they didn't work for my kids. And then I dug even further where I got onto this Canadian company with this Canadian manufacturer, and I was oh my God, what's his product? And it was a bit harder to get in Australia. So I thought, I'm going to make my own Australian-made one. And anyway, at this point still Demi was none the wiser. Before I brought it to Demi, I was I need to make sure that this is a viable business. You're in the process of moving house.
Yeah, I just want to make this obviously starts from grand final day, right? Which is the end of September, which we're at grand final day. Mm-hmm. And then I was on basically a bender after that. Not really, but a little bit. I went straight into our best and fairest and all that. Then we went away So it was, and I was moving interstate.
Yeah, you
So
had a
were
lot
just
on your
like,
plate. So I was like,
can't even.
you know what? I'm not going to bother you with this and pile on until I know it's absolutely viable. So I
Yeah.
started contacting, like trying to get a manufacturer, which is really hard. And it was so exciting because I'm like, oh my God, this can be done in Australia. So like getting our own Australian manufacturer. So was on the phone nonstop for like, I reckon a week or two. Just
When
trying
Mel
to,
wants something, she wants it. Like she ain't backing down.
there
When
was
she's got something in her mind, she's got to do everything she can to either put it to rest or actually do it.
That's it. Like there was no, because I was saying to Aaron, I'm like, Aaron, I'm getting the same like Mister feelings, like that. Oh my God, there's a gap in the market and I can't
Yeah.
relax.
But also, you saw someone do a different way of makeup the other day, and you'd taken all your makeup off, and you had to go and do it right then, right then and there. You had to go straight to the bathroom and do that style of makeup because it was in your head.
Yeah, I
You had
know.
to
Yeah.
get it out.
I am very much, if I can't have it in my head, it needs to get out into the world. Because if it's just sitting in my head, it's just like not a good place to be, and I become obsessive. So anyway, this was one of those scenarios, which it's a really good, I think, trait to have in business. So it's like picture like it's like a pit bull. Like I just will not let go. Anyway, finally found a manufacturer. Most people hung up on me because they're like, for reasons I can't get into because it will explain what the product is. But it's like, yeah, like a lot of people hung up on me and were like, didn't want a bar of that. I got onto a manufacturer and got the best vibe for them. Like they were so nice. And so I was like, okay. They told me this is viable, like this is absolutely something that they can make. And so I was like, okay. Then who did I chat to next? Was it our accountant?
Our accountant.
And our kind of like advisor person, like a mentor.
I reckon you did accountant first, then into the advisor mentor person, yeah.
Yeah. So, and just sort of being like, all right, is this the type of business? Do I do it myself because Demi's moving interstate? There's a lot of unknown there. We don't know what that's going to look like. It's already madness enough maybe doing one business together whilst we're interstate, let alone then adding another business while you're interstate. And
also because I like didn't even have the capacity to be able to get everything done at Mister, let alone start a new.
Exactly.
You know, It wasn't really just about us working from interstate because we'd already agreed to do that for Mister, but like it was as well the workload for me.
Yeah, you were maxed
moving
out.
away from my family as well.
Yeah, and at that point in time, in October or November or whatever it was, or October, you were maxed out.
So maxed out.
Yeah, and so
Done
like
with life.
The thought of it was just like not ideal. Anyway, I then eventually did bring it to you, and
so you got advice from the accountant and the mentor person.
Yes. I got advice from the accountant to more be like, if I were to do this via Mister, if we were to do this via Mister, how would that look?
Yeah,
and is that possible? Is that like
for everything?
Yeah, I'm not a mathematical gal, so like I need the accountant.
But even just from a back end of like literally just like ABNs, finances, like bank, like so many things.
Yeah. And I know a lot of people do it, like they do have like sort of sister companies.
Yeah.
Accountant said yes. So anyway, I then put it to Demi, I put it to you, and I was just like, okay, is this, explained the product and absolutely everything.
First of all, she just rang me. I think I was in the car and she was like,
no, I came over to your house.
Oh, yeah, no, but we were talking about something else, weren't we? Sorry, I remember that the phone call was when I told you that I was going to do it. I was in the car. You came to my house, but you came over for something else.
Yeah,
came over. It wasn't just like, else. Yeah.
No. Came over for something else, and I'm like, okay, I need to tell you something. Explain the product. I'm like, is this something that you would be interested in? And you were like, yes. Yes.
Yeah, but I was like, whoa, like, yes, but also, like, I actually need to speak to Mitch about it. And, like, I don't know what my life looks like next year. Like, there were so many things.
Keeping in mind, I come to you with a few business ideas, and some of them you're like, absolutely not.
Yeah.
So this is one that you're like, I'd be keen on that. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think of, like, again, I'm not going to say, but think of the reason why I would say yes. Like,
yeah, it was applicable to you in your life too.
Yeah.
Like, and it was an issue you suffered as well with your kids. Yeah. So
I just looked at it differently to you.
Yeah. I walked you through like the gap in the market in Australia, how it's literally another just dismissed topic where it's kind of like, yeah, kids do that, but
they'll grow out of it.
they'll grow out of it and but it can cause so much damage in between that time. So anyway, so you were like, yes, I'd be keen. Obviously,
I was like, yes, I'm interested, of course, but like, I don't know what my year looks like. Like, and I was also very much like, you do this yourself, so you don't have to split the money that comes in. Like, obviously, like the profit, the business, like any money that we even do, we make money, Mister.
No, but it's kind of like you were like, I want the best for you.
Yes. So you do this on your own. This is your full idea from start to finish. Like you've already done so much groundwork. Like you do this for you.
100% of it. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. And then and so obviously I went home, discussed it with Aaron, and like money's never been like a financial driver for me. Ask Aaron the way I spend. So money's not it's never been like a driver. I was like, ultimately I love to enjoy the journey. And like we are good business partners. We work really well together, and we have the most exact opposite like skill set. Like I couldn't think of anything worse than what you do. You couldn't think of anything worse.
I opened Canva yesterday and I was like, I just need you to do this. I cannot do this.
Anyway, so ultimately the very quick decision, and it felt right in my heart anyway. Like I just like doing a business with you, and so that was like decided, and then. Oh, no, that's when I called the accountant. It was on Monday, but then before I called you and said, we're doing it together. But at that time, so during this phone call, sorry, not during this phone call. So when I was chatting to you about the business, like, proposal, essentially, as a kind of nickname for it, you were calling it Bluu.
No, you were thinking Veronica or something.
No, you were calling it Bluu.
Yeah, I know, but you were telling me the business names.
I had all these business names. I went through,
and
like
this was at my kitchen bench.
Yeah, I had like rogue business names, and you were
saying these things, and then I randomly just picked up something, and I'm like, Bluu, like say we call it Bluu, and da 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 da, and then you were like, I think I really like that.
I went home that night. I'm like,
let's just call it Bluu for now, and then classic Melinda just goes like, full guns blazing into Canva. And she's like, it's Bluu. And then we actually didn't want the two U's to begin with, remember?
No, we just wanted BLU. Couldn't get that.
Yeah, but we couldn't get it from like a trademarking point of view, a domain point of view.
Just any point of view.
It was trademark and domain, wasn't it? Yeah, it was trademark and domain.
It was business registration. I could get the trademark. We couldn't register the business.
Oh, it was registering the business. Sorry, yeah.
So we ended up by like, okay, let's add another U.
So we've ChatGPT the shit out of that.
Anyway, so it's still called Bluu, but it's just got BLUU, which one day, like at the start, it was like a hard pill to swallow, but then we're like, now it's kind of just like used to it.
Yeah.
Just like Mr. was meant to be called Mr. Jones. And I remember we couldn't get the trademark for that. And then we had to drop the Jones.
Well, we couldn't, but we could, I think.
We'll advise not to.
We'll advise not to because it's so close to David Jones.
Yes, and David Jones is technically a man. He's essentially Mr. Jones. And in my head, I'm Billy Madison. You know how he pushes that air conditioner out the window and she's like, Mister, in my brain. Do you know that scene?
No.
Okay. Anyway, people will. No, sorry, not Billy Madison. Happy Gilmore. In Happy Gilmore, that's what happens. And even like I remember at the time, I'm like, oh, it sounds like that, like Mister. That's what I had in my head. But then you soon forget about it. And now, if we had Mr. Jones as a business, that would be so bad, so bad. Yeah. Anyway, so landed on Bluu, and then we were just like guns blazing from there. So ever since then, we have been like recording kind of everything as it's progressed, because like this is the business. A lot of times we get asked like, oh, but how do you know what to do? Like, how do you start a business? And so we've like, anytime something's happened, we've picked up our phone this time and recorded it, because back in the day when we started Mr., that wasn't a thing.
Yeah, and we wish that we had content from back then, because if we could show how we were doing shit back then and how much we had no idea.
Yeah.
To have what we do now. Like, I still think I have no idea.
I have no idea.
But then you think back to like what you didn't have any idea about, and then it just,
Yeah. But then it was really funny actually. Like as soon as you were on board and we were like on the team together, instantly you went away and got the domain, set up certain things that like I couldn't set up. Like that's not
what, the domain?
No,
the domain and our emails.
No,
the domain.
I can't do that. Like, that's not.
Yeah,
something
but
can
you
do.
could do it if, like, you would just ask me how to do it. It's so easy. You'd be able to do it. You can do anything. You have taught yourself so much in business.
Okay.
Whereas
when
I'd
we
rather
visit
pay
them,
someone.
I don't want to. The thought of sitting there trying to get like a Gmail account or a domain, like I hate that stuff. Like,
Yeah.
let me sit in Canva
And then you
like,
went straight to
design.
Canva. I'm like, I'm designing the product. What I want the product to look like, and then also the logo.
Yes,
And the
correct.
branding stuff. Yeah.
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 So yeah.
Yes. So what are we? That was, I take you back to October. So today we are recording this on the 10th of Feb. Mm-hmm. So we have samples of both what it's going to come in and what it's going to be. Mm-hmm. But we haven't received either of those samples to like trial.
Yes, correct. So we've got the packaging essentially, but we just got.
But not the packaging, like actually what it's going to be in.
Yeah, that's packaging. That's called packaging.
Yeah,
I know you're thinking of like the box and stuff. But
yeah, that's what I write. That's what I write off packaging.
Okay, we received a sample of the vessel.
The vessel.
Essentially the vessel.
Yeah. So now we're just in that phase. And like when people say like, and then how do you know what to do? I'm like, we don't. Like we're literally just guided by ticking off these samples.
Yeah. The organic next step always comes. I always tell people starting a business is like planning a wedding.
Yeah.
Like it's just like, okay, you get your venue. You start with the bits that you have to start from.
Yeah.
So from your venue, or you get your date, then you get your venue. Then you get your, like, you tick off your big things. You book your videographer. Oh, I've got to book my photographer. Oh, that means I've got to book my hair, makeup. And it's kind of like everything just works organically. But the hardest part is starting and knowing where to start.
Yeah.
And for us, step one was, well, for me, the step one was making sure it's viable and finding a manufacturer. That's step one. Step two, business partner. Then she'll go off do her things. I'll go off do my thing. Step three is like protecting yourself, you know.
Do you know one thing that's going to be hard for us is the website, because we want to have our website where still two domains, but you would come to the Mr. website, say you're on the Mr. website, and then there's a real top tab that you can switch over to Bluu.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if anyone's
and one checkout.
Yeah. If anyone's confused, think about like Hydra Mama or Crumbled, how she's got like the...
Or Cotton On.
Cotton On. Cotton On's a way better example. So if anyone's confused, think about Cotton On, how you go to www.cottonon, and then it's got like this master...
header thing.
Yeah, it's like a master
But then if you switch to Supra, the domain is www.supra.com.au, but you've still come from cottonon.com.au.
Yeah.
And then if you want to buy from Supra and Cotton On, it goes to the one checkout.
Yeah. So as an example, just say someone comes across an ad for us and it says it's for a Bluu. I mean, yes, sorry, just someone. So just as an example, someone finds an ad for Bluu. They will get directed to www.bluu.com or whatever our website is. It's bluu.com.au. They're none the wiser about Mr. until they get to the website. So it's not like you have to go to Mr. to go to Bluu. You just go to Bluu, and then you can see another tab there. And it's like, oh, that's a different business, but vice versa. Like I dare say most people will be coming to Mr. to begin with, and then they'll see Bluu. So I think the benefit of this product is, and one thing I will say is for older children. So like right now, formula feeding's typically around like, I don't know how long people...
Let's just say 0 to 12 months.
Yeah, 0 to 12 months guideline-wise.
And our target market really is a 0 to 6 months to get the full, like the most out of a Mr. bottle.
Yeah. And for us, like we've always discussed the fact that we then have people, we spend all this time and money gaining the trust of a customer, getting a customer.
Acquiring them.
Acquiring them is so expensive for us. For them to just leave and their life cycle to be so short. So this is just another way of...
Which is why we brought out the wash, the refill and like those sorts of things to try and get people to like constantly shop. But that is one thing that Mr. doesn't have is that return customer.
No.
Like, and I'm not saying that as a whole. We know that people come back, they might buy it for a gift and like, or whatever. But as a whole, businesses have a higher return customer rate, way higher than us.
Yeah, totally. And so, but this is another way to carry on into the older child journey from that, perhaps that brand loyalty that we've captured from a younger age of the child.
Yeah.
So that's what the idea is there, and why it was, I think, better to do it through Mr. rather than a standalone business.
Yeah. And one thing that we both just can't fathom is what the fuck to do on TikTok.
So right now we're trying to figure out like, okay, we posted this on Mr., this on Bluu, this on Demi Duncan, this on Melinda Baxter. How does it all like conjoining?
Like, how do we do it? Like, obviously, we're going to have its own. Bluu will have its own Instagram page, absolutely. But you know, for TikTok, we're like far out. It's another page for us. That's 3 pages for both of us each. And TikTok already is where we post so much more like just mum stuff, life stuff. It's not really business focused, like business salesy, butter content, food content. And you feel like you can kind of get away with it a little bit more because you can just scroll TikTok and come up in people's news feeds. Obviously, you don't need to have the followers.
Totally. There's a lot more cowboys on TikTok. Like you can go rogue and people are just like savage on there.
Totally. It's like, you know, I am someone that has so much to say, but I'm always so scared to say so much on there because you get fucking eaten alive.
Annihilated. Yeah.
Annihilated. Like I sometimes think of all my opinions and how much, you know what I'm like?
I know.
And then I'm like, nah, probably won't say that publicly on TikTok. Like say it to any.
Get cancelled.
Yeah, probably will get cancelled. And it's not even like bad, but you just can't offend someone.
Can't say anything wrong.
Yeah.
No.
Well, you're always going to offend someone on there. Anyway, so right now we're like, my biggest thing on there is when mums come onto TikTok, first time mums, whatever, and they're working out a way, they're talking to their community about the best ways to formula feed. We get tagged as at Mr. Baby Thermos, which is what we love. So when those mums come to our page, we've got our 3 pinned videos that are Mr. Product based,
Just
and then
quickly,
some mum
yeah,
just to quickly like paint a picture. Yeah, because it's like 2 mums. Yep, they're doing all their founder content, but also it's not confusing because like this just is what it is. If we start posting about Bluu on there, it's like, wait, but what? Like, is this the product that I need? And I just think of like, you know, new mums trying to like manage formula feeding. We know it's a lot, and then all of a sudden they're like, wait, but what is this page? I don't understand.
Yeah, it's already.
So that's what I'm like toying with. Like it's already so confusing. So, but at the moment, I think what we'll do is post like the business side of running 2 businesses on the Mr. page for now. And then once we're a lot closer to starting, I think Bluu will have to have its own page. Especially if like, again, like mums would probably come to TikTok and be like, how do I manage this problem? Does anyone have any recommendations? Just like you did on a story on the Instagram.
Yeah.
So, and we want people to tag Bluu. We don't want people to be tagging Mr. We did think about having like this page called like Meet the Founders.
Meet the Founders. Like
but again, it's like, yeah. But again, it's kind of like people have to know that about us to tag us instead of just saying like at Mr. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's our biggest issue at the moment.
That's a big issue. That is
because again, it's just like more content for us, and we go through these ebbs and flows where like content's like here, and then we drop off, and then here, and then we drop off. Like,
but I think everyone does. Like, but
absolutely,
people notice as much as you think they notice. Like, I know a lot of content creators like, oh, I've been quiet on here lately, and I'm like, oh, I haven't noticed. So it's like,
I'm back. I've been logged off for a month. I'm like, oh, have you?
Yeah, like no one's sitting there like refreshing their page, waiting for Mr. to upload a post. Like it's
that's more like if people are in relationships, like for example, that Layla and from Secret Life of Mormons, like her and her partner broke up, but because they posted so much, everyone was like, something's happened.
Totally.
Because like they've just all of a sudden stopped posting.
Yeah, that's like the dead giveaway.
Yeah.
First thing you do as well when you think someone's broken up online is you go back and just see if someone then deleted all these footage of like them together.
And if they follow each other still.
And then, that's like the number one thing I check.
Yeah. But that is really the story time and how it all happened. Like if anyone has any questions or wants to know more, like let us know because we're telling us, it sounds very basic, but it just takes time. Everything takes time. Like we had the first proper meeting with the manufacturers where we both were on a Zoom call with them in October. So they could go
or something.
I was in Queensland,
yeah.
And that's when they went back to come up with what they needed to come up with to start the process. We only just received part of a sample this week.
We're trying a couple of different variations. We went down one path. I think we've officially ruled that out well and truly.
So now we're waiting for
a different path
with
the product. But one thing that can really like you when you do start a business, you get so excited, you're like all like motivated and stuff like that. And then when something stops, like when it stops happening, as in like you have to wait for like in between steps is a really long time. That's where most
Yeah.
people drop off. And
Yeah.
most people drop off at the idea of the volume of work.
Yeah.
And my advice would always be like, just A, be patient, but B, like don't think about all the stuff you have to do. Just think about the next thing you have to do because that's the way to stay on top of it and stay motivated. Like right now, I'm like, okay, I could be like, website, we need to do this. But I'm like, okay.
Oh, I'm like, finances, we're poor. We've got to do this, and this.
Yeah.
And I don't know how we're going to do it.
Yeah. Oh,
But
it's a
we'll do
very
it.
expensive thing to start a new business
Yeah.
with the current business.
Especially because we didn't like, we did a plan and a forecast and a cash flow for 2025. And this was not forecasted into it.
No, exactly.
So,
no.
yeah.
I think as well, anyone wanting to start a business, just keep your eyes and ears open. Like my ears were open to starting a new business, and you just have to be open-minded and
my ears weren't until Mel
Demi's
brought it up to
weren't.
me.
Mine were. So probably won't be. I said to Demi the other day, I'm like, probably won't be the last business we start together. And you're like, this is the last business.
Yeah.
Like a husband and wife being like, I want another baby. And you being like, no.
No.
Anyway, but it's
The school
exciting.
hours days are too short
Yes, they are.
for me to start a new business. Anyway, it is exciting. We are excited.
And the exciting part is as well, like compared to like we know how to get a business to this point, like as in like Mister, we can get it to the point that it's in now. So you'd think that, and that took X amount of years, let's say, like how long we've been on the market. I feel like starting a new business, it's like we've got the blueprint to be able to fast track a lot of things, and we've got the knowledge compared to starting Mister.
I know. I think about starting Mister now. Like, imagine with like
AI.
ChatGPT and AI stuff. Like, it's just a what? Like, it's
I know. It's just, it's the advantage now is wild, but there's also a lot more competition. So,
yeah, true.
yeah, but very exciting stuff. So that's just a little update on what we're doing behind
Story
the
time.
scenes
Yeah,
with our new business. So it's essentially going to be like a sister business to Mister.
Yeah.
It's going to have its own branding. It's going to look like its own business, but they're just going to be like friends.
yeah.
They're friends.
Yes, exactly. Also, I would love to see what the logo looks like red on.
I'm not joking. The second I hang up this phone call, I am going into Canva and doing that.
Red?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just thinking about it.
What, red and blue or
Yeah.
red and beige?
No, the blue.
Because I was thinking like a beige bottle with red logo. Like
I was thinking a
cool that
blue bottle with a red logo.
Well, it looks like a lot like the memo
The memo's orange.
and blue. Anyway, I'll trial it all. I'll
Yeah.
trial. But yeah, I'll trial it. And I'm not opposed to it. Like I'm not opposed to changing the colours. Like if the colours aren't right, but the colours were like,
Yeah.
am I going to cut all this out or is it staying in?
I think you need to keep it in.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, sorry, you just
I don't
jumped
know,
in
like
on a
just
bit of a
those mix,
marketing meeting.
you know, like just those mix matches of colours in a way, like the Duna covers that are like,
I
you know, the pinks and the reds and like
Yeah.
all
Or you're
that.
thinking
Like,
of like, I know, but I can feel like that can date.
but we change it.
But I'm thinking of like, who's that? Homie? Those,
So
yeah, I
cool.
know. Yeah, I know. But anyway, I'm going to play around with the
Like
colours.
Botanicals by Lux used to be dark green. She's now orange. She did a full rebrand.
Yeah, right.
Like, I would love to do that for Mister, not the colours, but just the branding. But that's
Yeah,
just like
yeah.
too much.
That's too much
You know
right
what I
now.
mean? Yeah, totally.
For anyone wondering at home, right now the colours are like a blue and a yellow, and we just received like
But
a visual.
don't think yellow, think like butter.
Yeah,
I was
we didn't
obsessed with
nail the
butter at
yellow on the anyway. And when we got like a visual of the packaging from our supplier, we were just like, that's not it.
Yeah.
So we're going back to the drawing board a little bit, but right now as it stands, it's blue and yellow. So we're just kind of like changing it around. Just a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah, I would love to see, I mean, like, yeah.
What we can tell you is it's a spray.
Well,
Well, that's in our heading. That's in our Instagram.
oh yeah, true.
Bio.
But someone would have, yeah.
If they're reading this, they know their Instagram handle. If they're listening to this, they're listening to the Instagram. They've seen the Instagram handle.
Oh, can I just say one more thing about the pod? You will notice that we have blue and yellow phone covers because Melinda just like had to order us blue and yellow phone covers. We had black, but now we have blue and yellow. Now you know why.
In case you were wondering. No one would have been wondering about that.
You never know.
You never know.
All right. Well, let's hope that this uploads okay and the audio is okay and everything. Because we've recorded for 31 minutes. So you should be able to condense it to like a 25-minute pod, which is great. Yeah.
Fab. All right. Well, thank you so much, everyone. And watch this.
And we'll watch this space and we'll also give you a live update. I've got so much to talk about since moving over here.
Well, you do. I've carried on as normal.
Anyway. Okay, toodles.
Bye.
That's a wrap on another Mr. Mum's ep.
If you find yourself with a spare 2 seconds, we'd really appreciate a rating or a review to help new listeners find our podcast.